Studios for your voice recording, live and instrumental records, mix and mastering. Not only that, we have a mighty sound system, Atlantic Sound International, for your official ceremonies, naming ceremonies, club show, open events, chairs, stage concert, and many more.
Hello, greetings, wonderful viewers, wherever you are watching. Welcome to Atlantic TV, the home of TV revolution. Like I said, we're located in the little smiling coast of Africa, of course, the West Africa. This is Gambia, and in fact, it's good to know that many tourists are coming on in the smiling coast. That's why we all of them, you know. A tour from the smiling coast. So we are here, and in fact, big thanks to Abubakar Kamara, my good friend of Gambia Tourism Board, of winning so many accolades for the Gambia. And thank you so much. And Gambia Tourism Board. So it's the smiling coast. Wherever you are, come and visit the smiling coast of Africa. And we are lucky enough again to be located in the West Coast region side of Gambia, here in Farato, Kombo South. Another exclusive interview. My name is Bakary Manneh, fondly called BigSam, and my guest today is no other than Ansu. No. Let me correct that. Honorable Ansu Jatta, National Youth Parliament for Brikama South, is my guest today. We will have a very wonderful one. Honorable, I address you now, the right Honorable Ansu Jatta. Honorable, let me shake your hand. Welcome to exclusive interview, Honorable.
Thank you so very much, Big Sam, once again. It's an honor, and I must be very much honest. I wish I had the right words to express how much I'm feeling.
Thank you.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you. You're most welcome. And there you go. That's my guest, the Honorable National Youth Parliamentarian for Brikama South, Honorable Ansu Jatta. It's my guest today on this platform. Relax, and then you have the best. Moving on, before we start, traditionally, I'll always give my guest opportunity to, give greetings and hi to family, friends, and workmate out there. You're welcome.
Thank you so very much once again, Big Sam. First, we thank Allah for the opportunity, the every zeal to be present here, and to my Brikama South people, for most the youths. Thank you so very much once again, and you are one of the biggest reasons, if not the reason why I am here, aside the favors that Allah has bestowed, making this a possibility. So all of you watching there, thank you so very much. In fact, I told some of them that I'll be live today, and I'm very much sure that they must have been following. And if not, they will have the opportunity to watch this. So, Brikama South people, specifically to the youths, thank you so very much. And my family that have been there for me, my friends, those that believe in the things that I do, thank you so very much. And my honorable, in fact, the honorable MP, Lamin J. Sane, thank you so very much. I'm sure this will reach to you. I know he's very much busy. You know, it's the.
But he's gonna watch it because
end of year, and you know the budget.
Oh
yeah. So, thank you so very much.
You're most welcome. That's the right. So we have two honorables at Brikama South. Honorable Lamin Jariba Sane, called Honorable J. Sane, my good friend. Thank you. How are you? Nimbar. And of course, again to the right honorable right here with me, Ansu. Moving on, Ansu. Yes, Ansu Jatta, honorable. Tell us who is Ansu Jatta? Born where? The family, clan? Let's know something about that.
Thank you so much once again, Big Sam. Ansu is a passionate youth advocate, a native of Marrakech, who loves everything about home. Usually, I am not very much proud, or not actually proud, but I'm not usually in public for some reasons. I don't usually want to tell people the tribe I belong to.
No problem. You're a Gambian. No problem.
Yes, and a proud native of Marrakech.
Okay.
Schooled the Marrakech Methodist lower basic. I cannot forget some of the good things or the good things that they've done for me. In fact, the genesis of what I do today, find that their roots there, and Kitty as well. Moving forward to Kitty of where I did my junior, again they also played a very key role in my life. Moving to senior school, the mighty Gambia High,
Wow, yeah.
where I
Wow, the Gambia High boys, you know, yeah, man, there you go.
yeah,
Yeah.
and to the college, Gambia College, and then now at the International Open University, pursuing a degree. That's a bit. And then also, maybe I'm sure part of your question should come to that.
Yeah, in fact, you told my second, which is the education background,
background.
and maybe some certificate you collect or some qualifications.
Yeah. Certificates I've gathered, some of them, there are so much many that I cannot remember.
You cannot remember.
But
what are some qualifications?
a few ones I've known into youth leadership.
Okay.
I am fortunate enough to join the YALI, the Young African Leadership Initiative.
Okay.
Cohort 43, 2023. We are in Ghana, where we spend like 3 weeks on intensive youth leadership training.
Okay.
So also some certificates I did on writing. Some certificates also I have in organizing book launches. Some certificates I also gathered into skill trainings. These are all areas that I'm very passionate about.
Yeah.
And part of the things that make me up, you come to realize that in all has to do with youths. So in short, who Ansu is, he's that very passionate person about youth empowerment for employability and sustainability. That's the person you have.
But what the institute you talk about?
YALI.
YALI.
I think that's the common name.
The common name. Yeah. Okay.
They have their sub branches in almost all of Africa, East Africa, North Africa, South Africa, I want to believe Central Africa and West Africa as well. Well, West Africa usually before they have their trainings in Nigeria, but when I was fortunate to be shortlisted, we had ours in Ghana.
In Ghana. But what is the tertiary institute that you passed?
The Gambia College.
Okay.
And International Open University.
International Open University, and you are on your
my degree. That's first degree.
First degree.
Yeah.
Wow, that is our honorable Ansu right there, giving us the best. And of course, I think that speak about volume about you. So here we know the humble bird from Marrakesh. So hi to the Marrakesh and wherever you are. Moving on, what actually, yes, we'll talk about as the National Youth Parliament, but what is what's your job? Work, what do you do? Away from this youth parliamentary stuff, what is Ansu's job?
Profession?
Profession, yes.
Okay.
Let's call about
I am a teacher by profession.
Okay, good.
Because everything I do, I want to believe sometimes it's good to be part of the system, especially a system that you want to change.
Okay.
It's very much good to understand the system very much well.
Okay.
Fast forward, going back to history, looking at the coming of the Europeans to Africa, you tend to understand the first people that came here, we refer to them as explorers. Explorers, yeah. And why do you think they have to come here to explore? Is to understand. And after their exploration, what do? They came to trade. To better the first coming, they have to understand the situation on the ground. Okay. And that was why the European man had to understand the African man very much well. And in fact, the world. You look at the Western people, they know the world very much well. Okay. So me also, as someone who believes in youth advocacy, who believes in educating people, no matter how small you have in terms of knowledge, in terms of experience, I had believed that the school system will have been one of the places I can at least impacted very much big change. And that's one of the great reasons, even though I do have some reasons or many other reasons why I decided to join the teaching field, but this is also one of the reasons why
And where are you teaching right now?
Currently I teach at Banjul Upper and Senior.
Banjul Upper and Senior. Thank you very much. Moving on to let's now talk about the youth. How and when do you start this youth work? How does it tell us a little bit history about you? Until today we said the National Youth Parliamentarian. Give us a little bit history on that. How do you come?
Yes, going back to my schooling days, specifically to start with my primary school,
Okay.
I used to be very much passionate about leadership, taking part. I remember as early as grade 3, I used to be class prefect. Past grade 3, 4, grade 5, 6, I was the head boy. And moving to junior school, also my grade 7, because the school usually have, that's at Kitty, usually have a double shift.
Okay.
So grade 7s and some people that do not very much perform,
Okay.
that underperform in grade 8 has to go in the afternoon with the grade 7s.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I was fortunate to be the head boy of the afternoon shift
Oh.
as early as my grade 7.
Okay.
So going to grade 8 also, I had served the head of the press club, and that was, and at some point I was like that fame guy and known for for managing the students away.
Okay.
When I went to grade 9, I became the overall head boy.
Oh wow.
So going to senior school, because of this mindset, and believe that science students, they are those kind of people that tends to be very introverted. All they do is to be bookworming. I will introduce my own bookworm.
Okay.
So I would say bookworming.
Bookworming.
Language specialist.
Specialist, exactly.
My specialization actually is language.
Okay.
So I will introduce my own word. So maybe the English people, when I get you can attack me, no problem.
Okay.
After all,
Okay.
that is it for us.
Okay.
Yeah. So as senior schooler, I at some point I was made to believe that that's not your role.
Okay.
You don't have to partake in developments. But when I completed senior school, in fact, I succumbed to it. They almost took that better side of me.
Okay.
So when I went to the college, I was still that the introverted was taking over.
Okay.
At some point, it came to me. It was like, it's good when you read.
Okay.
You tend to understand society.
Okay.
You tend to realize that there are some things for them to change. You have two things. I remember, one of the things we've learned as Muslims, we've learned one of the hadith that Prophet said, if you see bad thing, if you are in authority, in this case, if you see bad thing, you change it with your hands for those in authority. Those that are not in authority, you can change it with your mouth. And at some point I feel I'm very vocal, and I have that audience.
So, but that's the school time that you feel you can do the work.
Yeah, that's when I completed senior school. In fact, senior school, I was completely robbed of this. I was made to believe that as a science student, all you need to do is to carry big books, to study. You have nothing to do with the public.
So when does this flow? Let's talk about it.
So flowing, that's what I'm saying. When I went to the college, at some point I was like, hey, this is not me.
Okay.
Primary school, junior school, I was that very, very guy that has been so much influential.
Okay.
Why? This is a talent in me.
Okay.
I feel at some point, like I said earlier, to change a system, you should be part of the system.
Exactly.
That was one of the reasons why when I began the talk, I brought the story of the European when they first came. They understood the environment, and that was why when they strike, it's always on point.
Yeah, because they know.
Good. So because I was into it, I was like, okay, this is the time that I feel I should be part of the game in order to change the game.
Okay, I hear.
I might not have the money, but I think I do have the influence. I think when I talk to one or two people, the change can come.
Okay.
And that's how I started. Initially I started with writing, where I do some spoken word poetry. How I feel, I tell people. Some of the things I feel they are not very much right, I have to talk. At some point I was like, that's not enough. I have to at least be exposed to the public. And I have to thank the college science club. At some point, some people knew my potentials in that aspect.
Okay.
And time to time, when we have school visits, they will give me the platform to talk to people. And at some point, I feel like, and the impact I create or I have when I talk to people was very much great.
Yeah.
And this was one of the main reasons I was. So when you look at the genesis, like it started since I was at primary school.
Yeah, you know the story. Yeah.
So it was very much easy.
Yeah.
And with my writing background, when the Yali came, I applied, and based on the the things that I do, I was very much fortunate. Then from the Gambia, I think we were 12 or 13 of us from the Gambia, because it was like 9 West African countries. So from the Gambia, we are like, and some of them are senior lawyers that were selected for it. And I feel at some point my works were impactful.
Yeah,
because for you to be selected with state lawyers to join a delegation,
I mean, the road was
yeah. So when I went there also, the things I learned, I told myself, this is my first time, having an international convention or international training where you are exposed to things. If you make the best use of your dream that you have heard, will at least come to light. So when we went there, it was a vigorous training, intensive. So sometimes I remember when we went there, I still have those good rapport with some of them in some of the other West African countries.
So did this impact something on you about this youth stuff? It got a great deal of you?
A great deal. I remember one time we were on the bus going to Gold Coast in Accra.
In Accra, yeah.
Yeah, I have this of my friend, Anas Zakaria. In Ghana, he also have a very big foundation that now he's doing very much well with orphans. So we have a very long conversation. What are the things you will do when you go back to your country? And I told him, I have this passion. I want to be part of the legacy leavers in the Gambia. I want to be part of the people who will be remembered for the good works they do.
They do, that's right.
And I believe this is an opportunity to learn. And we talked about series of lot of things. And when I came back, in fact, that helped me. I found an organization called the Give Back Foundation Network.
Okay.
So the Give Back Foundation Network also, in fact, I want to believe was the reason why when I contested for National Youth Parliament, I went unopposed.
Okay.
Yeah, out of like, you can imagine Brikama South, we are talking about.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
But what does that youth stuff
Give Back Foundation?
Yeah, what does it taught?
So while we were the training we had at Yali, it taught me about good leadership, about civic engagement, looking at what I do at the National Youth Parliament. This is one of the things, civic advocacies that you do. But it taught me two key things,
and that's
youth leadership and civic education.
And that helped you in that organization.
Yeah, and that's currently what's is one of the energies that is synergizing every activity that I do.
That you do. Yeah. All right, moving on. Let's talk about how do the youth parliament comes about. Tell us how does it come about, and then we can pregnant that as a youth. What do you do? But first, how does this come about? This National Youth Parliament.
Yeah.
Yes.
The National Youth Parliament, basically, it's an advocacy body. At some point, we believe, like when you look at we have the national, how to call it, the National Youth Council.
Okay.
We are actually not part of the National Youth Council.
That is N.Y.C.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are an NGO.
Okay.
Even though part of the work I do is related, like at the district level, we have the District Youth Committee that is under the National Youth Council, which also I work under. But to be specific to this, it came about. You look at the dynamics of our world, how things are evolving, some of the discrepancies that you find in society, and there are some of these things that are happening. There are a great setbacks to youths. So at some point, there was a need to see that civil societies need to come up. In fact, when you look at from history, you learn that you learn the works that civil societies have been doing to ensure that people in authority are been guided, have been questioned, or have been held to account on some of the works that they do. So you look at the National Youth Parliament, it's purely an advocacy body that is responsible for advocating for the rights of youths, women included, and persons with disability.
Okay.
Or let's say those are also marginalized groups. So it is on this basis that the National Youth Parliament came about. Yeah.
But I heard you went unopposed for Brikama South.
Yeah.
As a youth parliamentary for Brikama South, Well, congratulations for that. And once again, congratulations to that honorable for that. Huh? But
Thank you so very much.
what is your work regarding as a youth parliamentarian for Brikama South? Your day-to-day job or some of the things that you do?
Yeah, BigSam, thank you once again. I believe in English they said, not everybody, you cannot help everybody, but everybody can help somebody.
You cannot
help everybody, but everybody can help somebody. Just to break this to you,
okay.
I used to teach in the provinces, to be specific, Kiang and Kayaf.
And that's
I've spent like more than 3 academic years.
Okay.
I've been in Kayaf.
Okay.
So there was some time. In fact, my yearly training met me in Kayaf while I was in the provinces.
Okay.
The opportunity came when I was in the provinces. So at some point, I see very, very vulnerable people. You know, some of the people, they're not very smart here in the head, but they are very smart in the hand. And this reminds me what the quote of Albert Einstein. He said, everybody is a genius, but only if you judge a fish by its ability not climbing a tree, it will live its entire life believing to itself that it is stupid. You see some people, they're in class, they cannot pass exams, but it does not mean they are stupid.
Yeah.
I'll give you a typical example. You have a car today. You have somebody in your class, in your class, or within your vicinity that cannot pass exams. Usually people want to discriminate them, or people want to rebuke them or make fun of them that they cannot pass exams. But the funny thing is that at the end of the day, these are the same people you go to fix your car.
Yeah.
Look at it. Now you are entrusting your life.
Yes.
Because you know, at some point, you going to Kiang, you need to move at a particular speed.
I always do.
Yeah?
And I have to go to this people.
You see that? So if the vehicle should fail,
yes.
let's say this person that you've given to fix your vehicle, we assume that these are people that are not smart in school.
Yeah.
And in fact, generally we don't see that, but we feel they are stupid people.
Exactly.
Sorry to say.
Yeah.
Imagine what will happen when you are speeding your vehicle. If anything should fail, what do you think is going to happen?
Of course, anything can happen.
The same thing to the story building. This is a deck.
It's a document.
People that fix our houses, we tend to see to
we are not
saying?
right. And then but they are good in handy stuff.
Are you saying?
Yeah.
So the example can go on and on and on.
But actually, what do you deal with these people?
So I was like, okay, I have to begin with it. This was in fact before my parliamentarian work. I said I have to begin with this.
Okay.
Some of them, what I do before, some of my salary, when they pay my salary, I usually, that is in fact how I became friends with the acting director or the manager at GTT at Mansakonko, Mr. Sao.
Okay.
So I go there, I buy forms for them, I lobby funds from other people.
Okay.
So I talk to some of these people that left school, or in fact they've started to worse. They are not able to have good results.
Okay.
So I tell them, why not? You go there. You don't need to pay a butut. I've already settled that.
Okay.
I give you the form, speak to Sao. In fact, some of the times it meets that the deadline, in fact, for enrollment has passed.
Okay.
But because of the influence I have,
and then
they are able to go there.
Yeah.
So eventually that's what Give Back Foundation. So
now what you do for your Brikama South?
Good.
As a parliamentarian.
At the moment,
yes,
we are just starting work now.
Oh.
Yeah. Currently, in fact, we are planning going for a tour first.
Okay.
Is to make people understand. He said information is power.
Yeah.
First, it was part of my manifesto.
Okay.
That I am going to create a youth forum.
Okay.
But before the youth forum, I have to enlighten people.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know about youth parliament. A lot of people don't even know about youth structures. So first, in fact, we proposed that 2 weeks ago, and it failed.
Okay.
The other time we have a funeral. The other time we had logistic issues.
Okay.
So, to make them understand that, or to enlighten them about what we do first.
Yeah.
So it becomes easy when you enlighten people. So it becomes easy. That is why the greatest bigotry you can do to people is to deprive them of information. And that is why my first move is to make them understand that this is what we do.
Okay, I think that's very I think that's very very important.
So that's what we are working on.
Okay.
And this week, unfortunately, we should have gone, but because we have some training with some senior lawyers
Okay.
On youth leadership, so
Okay.
I will not be able to go.
Okay.
But tomorrow I should be having a discussion with my senior, that's our MP.
Okay.
For Brikama South.
For Brikama Lamin Jesane,
Yeah.
so that you can invite it.
Yeah.
All right. This is what I want. Very well. You advocate, you National Youth Parliament. What will be your most important message to the youths of your constituency and the youths at large of the Gambia, and by extension the world? But I want you to face the camera and tell them, because I would want this information to come from the youth by your most important message.
Thank you so much once again. If I am to be honest, it's attitude. Attitudinal change is what we need as a people to change. You cannot advocate for something that you are not. And most of the time, this is what is stopping us as youths. And that is why, in all that I tell people, the change begins with you. And that is why, if we want to change, if we are really serious about that change that we advocate for, it needs to start with us. Those that are misbehaving or those that are not honest in the positions that they are handling, it starts from the home. If the homes are good, society will be good. The youths will be good, and those offices that they occupy will be better places for all. And in turn, the country will be very much good. That is why Omar bin Khattab usually said, you start to judge from yourself. You look at yourself. You look at within you. If you are not right, you cannot expect the president to be right. So the most important thing that I will recline on and on and on is, let's change our attitudes. Let's be honest to ourselves as youths. You go to universities, we have a lot of youths there. You go to the colleges, we have youths there. And the corruption, the level of corruption in universities, the level of corruption in colleges, in our tertiary institutions, you will be shocked. And these are young people who want to change for the world. So if you do not change, how do you expect the president to change there? So this is what I have for them.
For them.
And for myself as well.
Okay. And so, but you into some kind of book writing, launchings, and some kind of, what is your role in that? Because I saw in so many book launch or in the organizing committee or in writing. Tell us a little bit about that before we go, because we almost exhaust our time. I have to touch this one.
Yeah, thank you so much. Again, I work with the Writers Association of the Gambia as their assistant publicity secretary. That is the assistant PRO, and also the young writers as well.
Okay.
Because of my passion for seeing youths progress and having a hand or an elbow or a fist in writing, at some point I feel that if we want to preserve knowledge, one of the biggest way to preserve knowledge is by writing. Today you know about journalism or your area because people have written. If no one have written, some of this thing would have been lost.
Yeah.
When you used to be young, when you were young, some of the good things that you can remember, the stories, and those stories, the lessons that are therein, if they had been written, obviously some attitude or some morals today will have really been changed. But because that was not done, that's why some of our key values have been lost to a culture that we are not happy about.
And this is all about the writing.
Yeah. So you can see one great importance of writing.
Yeah.
So that was why, even though I have not published, but I've written a couple of books. Okay. And one of the most interesting one is The Missing Rib, I call it. I titled The Missing Rib.
Missing Rib.
Missing Rib.
Okay.
It's a story that is revolving around me.
Okay.
Between adopted family and biological family.
Okay.
At some point, the joy I feel to enjoy from biological parents, I've missed it. Okay. And this other one from adopted family, I feel I have not received it. So it's like this is something that should have been part of me, but it's missing.
It's missing.
And I also have one of the books that I'm writing on. I call it Trip Around Around Life. The Trip Around Life.
Okay.
Wherein I'm looking at what inspires everyone. Today you are getting up early in the morning to come here. What must have inspired you?
To be
The same way a thief is out there targeting you, opening your car, and he will rush in to collect whatsoever thing. What do you think is inspiring? At the end of the day, what did everybody want to achieve?
So this is something
the trip around life.
So that's why you are assistant principal. Well, I think that. But Ansu, we finally come to the end of the interview. But what message do you have, or what do you think I didn't ask you during this exclusive, and then you want to, maybe?
Yeah. So one of the things is, it's better to try, not to fail. It's better it's better to try and fail than you not trying and not failing at all, because that in fact is failure in its entirety. The youths out there, I am also very much passionate about skills. And in fact, when you look at the Give Back Foundation, that's what we do.
Okay.
And we cannot change this country with talking. Talking, we've been talking. We are talking. If we continue, even if we continue to talk, some of the things will never be changed. Sometimes it's very much perfect to hold the bull by the horn and lead the change. We as young people that want a big change for our country, we need to lead by example. You don't have a job. You don't have that qualification. You don't have money to further your education. But there is X, Y, and Z around your corner that can teach you a skill. Why don't you go there? Why do you feel too big to learn about that? Imagine today you want to build your house. Your brother is a carpenter. You are a mason. The other person is a tile guy. At the end of the day, you want to build a family house. How much do you think you are going to
mine is zero, because everybody will bring. Maybe it's the material that we are going to need.
So imagine if this is a country where we are bringing a lot of people. We are bringing technocrats in our country, where we are investing in them a lot of millions. Just this morning, I was talking to a friend about the reshufflement that happened in the University of Education, which was previously known as the Gambia College, wherein you are bringing somebody outside to be the chancellor, where you have big people, big tycoons here. In tycoons here, they are heavyweight champions when it comes to education. Prof. Bakary, who is the president of the Writers Association, this guy is a heavyweight champion when it comes to education. And then I don't want to disclose what the person told me, how much they are paying the guy. But imagine that could have saved the country. So you look at, let's do that. You can say this on and on and on. But the message, this is the final message out. Let me be like final message.
Yeah. Final message.
Again,
yes.
What I just said. Please, the complaints are not going to change things. You believe in what you do, but you must do it. If you believe in what you do, you have to be the lead in doing that thing. I cannot tell people that this is what is supposed to be done, like what people said. Do as I said, but don't do as I do. That is not the thing that is going to change. So as youths, this is what we want. Once again, BigSam, thank you so very much.
I should thank you for your time.
Everybody watching.
Yeah.
Once again, this is Ansu Jatta.
Yeah.
Your youth parliamentarian for Brikama South. You know, Brikama South. I feel like I wish I had the best accolades to describe the love I have for my people.
Thank you.
And I pray that the consistency is there. This is what I tell people. Please remember me in your prayers for God to keep us very consistent in what we say and in what we do. We don't want to say things that tomorrow we will not be able to do. And that was why I told you here, part of my manifesto is to create a youth forum. From youth forum, we have also advisory board. And all this we are working on. And work is going to start. So this is about us.
Yeah.
Let's make this country a better home for all of us. Thank you.
And so thank you so much. Let me shake you on. That's been a very, very educative one. Thanks for coming. I never regret inviting you. Thank you so much. That does it for the exclusive interview with the Honorable that is Honorable Ansu Jatta, National Youth Parliament, of course, Brikama South. Well, a very wonderful one. On that note, thank you so much. We come to the end of this exclusively for that matter. My name is Bakary, Manneh, BigSam. Big thanks to the camera assistant, Aliou Badara Saja Baram Nyari Jasi, Mariama Sibo, Atembansan Galo, the country Galo, you know, and of course, no, village champion. Anyway, big thanks to Tima. I'm not a village champion, Tima. And of course, Matar, thank you so much, like, from me, Big Sam, like, Job, Juba, thank you so much for being there. Bye.